Good morning, class. Good morning again. I'm Mr. Moturi, and today we are going to continue with our revision. That is class 7. Last time we solved some mathematics from number 1 to 10. But today we are going to continue from number 11 and another 10 sums. Remember, before I start, I told you that we are supposed to be guided by instructions which are given. So you first read the instructions given. Then, remember we had a formula. Who can remind us the formula that we had? Yes? Yeah? Yes, very good. That was router. Are we together? That was router. R was studying for what? Reading. U for what? Understanding. T for thinking. And A for answering. Now, we are going to go direct to question number 11. Question number 11 reads, change 72 kilometers per hour to meters per second. Change 72 kilometers per hour to meters per second. Now, class, we are supposed to know this. When you are changing kilometers, meters, if you compare meters and kilometers, using our formula, Kenya has dug many dams containing magic. You are supposed to know this. K is for kilometers. H is for hectares. D, it is for decameters. This M for many, it is already many, so it should be meters. D for deci. Remember, this is a small d for dams. A small d for dams. So that one is a decimeters. This one is a centimeters. And last three for millimeters. Now, class 7, as you can see, between meters and kilometers, which one is above the other? Yes? Yeah, that is kilometers. So kilometer is bigger than meters. Are we together? Yes. Now, so using this, we can be able to solve this sum by actually, when you are told to change 72 kilometers per hour to meters per second, what are you supposed to do? You go first to our formula. That was router. R for reading. We have already read. U for understanding. What are you supposed to do? When you change kilometers per hour to meters per second, you simply multiply by 18 by 5 over 18. By 5 over 18. The number given, you multiply by 5 over 18. Now, so you will say 72 times 5 over 18. Now, how many times will 18 go to 72? Now, it is by 18, 1 by 18 what? 4. Now, what is 4 times 5? Equals 20. 20 what? 20 what? Not sheep and goats. That is meters per second. That is the answer now. Okay, we go directly to question number 12. Question number 12. Question number 12. Number 12. You are told to find the circumference. Find the circumference of the figure below. Find the circumference of the figure below. So now, this one is 21 centimeters. Okay, class, I want you to see You are supposed to use the formula that is rooter, that is R for reading. You read. Let's all of us read. Find the circumference of the figure below. Now, for T, that is thinking, you ask yourself, okay, now, before we continue, who can tell us, is this the diameter or radius? Is it the diameter or the radius of the figure below? Yeah? A trial? Yes, that is the radius. The radius is 21 centimeters. What about the diameter? Diameter. What is the diameter? You can give us the diameter of that figure? Yes, very good. That is 21 plus another what? 21. So our diameter is 42 centimeters. Diameter means from this part to the other, from one end to the other end. That is what we call the diameter. But the radius starts from the middle of the circle. Now, how do we find the circumference of a circle, class? Class 6 work. Class 6 work, circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle, what do we do? Yes, a trial. That is pi d or what? Pi d or what? Yes, very good. That is 2 pi r. Pi d or 2 pi r. Now, for thinking, what are you supposed to do before you answer this question? You ask yourself, pi is not the askari ambao mnajua. It is 22/7 is the one that we refer to as the pi times the diameter of this figure. The diameter of this figure is 42. Now let's cancel using cancelling method by 7 1 by 7 what? 6. Now what is 22 times 6? 2 times 6, 12. We carry 1. 2 times 6, 12 plus 1, 13. So our answer is 132 centimeters. Now, if you put 2 here, if you put 2 there, now what do we mean by putting the 2 that is above m? The units. Yeah, that is area. So, the answer remains to be 132 centimeters. We go to number 13. Number 13. Number 13. Number 13. That is where we are. Number 13, we are told to find the size of angle B. Find the size of the angle B. Now we have this triangle here. We have B degrees. And we have 65 degrees. Now class, before we continue, we have said that we must use our formula that was rooter, which means we'll start with R, which means that we are supposed to read the question. Now let's read the question once again. Find the size of angle B. Now, somebody to tell me before we go to thinking, we must understand how do we call this triangle? What is the name of this triangle? Yes? Yeah, right angled triangle. Very good. Right angled. Whereby it is having 90 degrees. It is having 90 degrees there at the perpendicular height. We also have this triangle here. That is, looks like this. What do we call that triangle? Yes, very good. That is equilateral triangle. Now, what do we call this triangle now? Whereby two sides are equal. That is isosceles. Very good. Isosceles triangle. Very good. Now, what do we call this one? that is not equal of any side. Yeah, that is called the scalene triangle. Now, in our case class, I would like you to tell me what kind of this, what is the name of this triangle that we have been given? Yes? That is, very good, isosceles what? So, in fact, the isosceles triangle, it has two sides equal. Another one? Another property of isosceles triangle? Two angles are what? Two angles are equal. Now, using that class, I'd like us now to go strictly to our formula again. That is thinking. Thinking. What are you supposed to do so that you can get your answer? Okay, now, I'll start with this example. Just see. Here, we have 40 degrees. Somebody asks you, what do we have here at C? At C, the base angles are what? Are equal. Now, 40 degrees. What do we have here? This is again 40 what? Degrees. Our formula says that, not our formula, but our property, one of the property of isosceles triangle, it is two angles are equal. That is why this 40 now remains to be 40 on the other side, and not 40 here. It is 40 on the other side that is not equal. Now, okay, the other one, I would like you to tell me this. Here we are having 70 degrees. How are we going to get our B there? So you'll see all angles in a triangle end up to 180 degrees. Now, because this and this must be equal, you subtract 70 from 180. 0, you get 1, 1. So what are you going to do so that this one to be shared by the 2, you divide by what? 2, so that they can be equal. Now, it is going to be 55 degrees, 55 degrees. I'd like us now to go back to our question. Now, we have B, that is where we are asked. This one is 65. Now, what are we going to do to get 65? The base must be equal. So, this one again qualifies to be what? 65. So, you will say 65 degrees plus another 65 to give us 130 degrees. Now, what are you supposed to do? Because all angles in a triangle must end up to 180 degrees. You must say 180 minus 100 and what? 30 degrees. Now, 8 minus 3 is what? 5. 1 minus 1 is 0. So, our B qualifies to be 50 degrees. Check your answer. Check. Now, 50 plus 65. 5, 11, 115 plus another 65. That will give us 6 plus 1, 7 plus 1, 8. 180 degrees. Meaning you have gotten your answer right. We go to question number 14. Question number 14, class 7. We are now at number 14. Number 14. As I said, mathematics is just playing with the numbers. And you need not to get a 0 in mathematics. You are supposed to get 100%. Now, 14. Atieno. Somebody called Atieno took 19¼ liters of milk, and Awino took 10½ liters of milk. how much was taken? How much milk was taken by the two guys? Now, let's read using our formula that was router R for reading. Let's all of us read. Atieno took 19 and a quarter liters of milk, and Awino took 10 and a half liters of milk. How much milk was taken by the two girls? You, for understanding. Now, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to multiply, to add, or to subtract? To subtract. Okay, what are we supposed to do? Yes? Yes, very good. We are supposed to put the liters together. Now, so Atieno took 19 and a quarter liters plus the other one took 10 and a half liters. When you are told to do the sum, what are you supposed to do? Yes? Yes, very good. That is, you put the fractions together and whole numbers together. Now, we will start with the whole numbers. Whole numbers. Somebody to identify for me the whole numbers. There. The whole numbers. There. Yes. The whole numbers are numbers without fractions. So, the first one, whole number. It is 19 plus the other one. The whole number is what? Yes, very good. 10. It is the whole number. So what is 19 plus 10? 29. So then you put the fractions together. A quarter plus a half. A quarter plus a half. We learned in class 5 when we are told to add fractions without similar denominators, we are supposed to find the LCM. Find the LCM of 4 and 2. What is the LCM of 4 and 2? It is 4. 4 divided by 4, 1. 1 times 1, 1 plus. 4 divided by 2, 2. Times 1, 2. So that is 3 over 4. So what is the answer? 29 and 3 over 4 is our answer. We go to number 15. Number 15 class. We are at number 15. We are at number 15. Okay now. So number 15. You are told to find the area in hectares. Find the area in hectares. Okay. You have a triangle there. Somebody will tell me some minutes to come. What is the name of this triangle? Now, what is the name of that triangle? Yes, very good. Right-angled triangle. Right-angled triangle. Very good. Right-angled triangle. Now, okay, I want you to use our formula so that we can be able to get the sum right. R for reading. Let's all of us read. Find the area in hectares. Find the area in hectares. Now, our units are in meters. In meters. Now, so you must ask yourself for you understanding. Now, how many meters make 1 hectare? How many meters? Meters squared will give us 1 hectares. 1 hectare is how many meters squared? That is 10,000. 10,000 meters squared will give you 1 hectare. What about how many meters squared will give us 1 R? 1 R. 1 R, class. 1 R. That is very good. 100. Imagine, only 100. Okay. Let's continue with our sum. Let's continue with our sum. Now, how now are we supposed to do to get the area in hectares? You will say area of a triangle. Area of a triangle equals a half times base times what? The height. A half times base times the height. Now, a half times base. Our base is 75. Very good. Times our height. Our height is 200. Now, let's continue by 1, by 2, 10, and that is 0. That is 100. So, 75 times 100 is 75 what? 100 meters squared. That is not the end of our answer. That is not our answer now. We are told to find the area in what? In hectares. Find the area in hectares. And remember, we have already said 10,000 meters squared will give us 1 hectare. 1 hectare. It is equivalent to 10,000 meters squared. So what about 75 meters squared will give us what? How many hectares? You cross, multiply. That is 75, 100 times 1, or over 10 what? 1,000. That's 0 that is above. We will cancel the 0 that is below. That is 75 now over 100. Who can give us this figure? As a decimal. As a decimal. Class 5 work? Yes, very good. That is 0.75. How has that person arrived to that answer? That is, you say 75, you will jump how many steps? So you will jump 2 steps because 100 has 2 what? Zeros. If it was 1,000 has 3 zeros. You will jump 3 times. Now we will jump 2 times. Let's jump 1, 2 now. So our decimal arrives to be there. And our answer becomes 0.75 hectares. That is the answer. We go to question number 16. Question number 16. Question number 16. That is where we are. Question 16. You are told that Pauline bought the following. Pauline bought the following. Pauline bought the following: 2 loaves of bread, 2 loaves of bread at shillings 50. 1 kg of sugar at shillings 120. 500 grams of tea leaves, 4 shillings 75. Then our question reads, if the shopkeeper was given 500 shillings, if the shopkeeper was given 500 shillings, find the balance. So if she gave the shopkeeper shillings 500, how much balance did she get? Okay, now I'd like us to use our formula. S actually R for router, R for reading. So let's read our question. If she gave the shopkeeper 500 shillings and write the keyword, she gave the shopkeeper 500, how much balance? How much balance did she get? Now, at means you multiply. At means you multiply. 4 means you don't multiply. 4 means you don't multiply. At you multiply. Now, 2 loaves of bread at shillings. I'll say at you multiply. 1 kg at shillings. 1 times 120. 500, 4 shillings, 75. You don't multiply. Now, 50 times 2, that is 100. 120, 75. You add 5, 9, 2. Now, find the balance that this person was given. You are supposed to see 500 minus 295. You get, you borrow 1 there, it remains 4. You borrow 1, it becomes 9. Then 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 9 is 0. 4 minus 2, it is 2. So the balance was shillings 285. Now, we go to question number 17. Question number 17, that is where we are. Question number 17. As we are coming to the end of our lesson for today, number 17, you are told to add 35.8 plus 3.45 plus 0.27. You are supposed to align these numbers in their correct place value. So, it is 35.8 plus 3.45 plus 0.27. Now, you add 5 plus 7 is what? 12. 2 carry 1. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 2, 14. Very good. Plus 1, 15. 5. I write 15 here? No. Point. You carry to the other side. 5 plus 3 is 8. Plus 1, 9. You drop that 3. So our answer remains to be that 9.52. We go to question number 18. Question number 18. That is where we are. That is where we are. Question number 18. Number 18. Work out 6 1/4. That is the square root. The square root of a fraction. Class 7. We already said this, that when you are doing this, you must have first to use our formula. Reading, work out the square root, understanding what are you supposed to do. Now, T for thinking. You must first change into improper what? Fraction. Now, that is times, then you add 6 times 4. It is 24. You add the number that is here above. Plus 1, that is 25. All over what? 4. Now, so you must find the square root of the number that is on top and the number that is below. So you put a sign there and another sign there. Which number, when multiplied by itself, give us 25? 5 times 5. Which number, when multiplied by itself, gives us 4? 2. 2 times 2. You just pick 1, 5, and you just pick on the lower side, 2. We cannot leave this number this way. Now, so we will say 5 divided by 2. 2 times 2 because of 4, remainder 1, that is 2, 1 over 2 is our answer. 2, 1 over 2. 2, 1 over 2. Now, we go to question number 19. Number 19. Number 19, you are told what is 2 over 5 as a percentage? Now, class, we are supposed to know this. When you are changing this number to a percentage, you just multiply by 100. So this is 2 over 5 times 100. Percentage means 100%. By 5, 1 by 5, 20. So our answer is 40%. The last question for today, that was number 20. Number 20 for today. Number 20 for today. Now, you are told change 35 over 4 into mixed number. Mixed number. This is our last question. So what are you supposed to do using our root? R for reading. We have already read. U for understanding. Now, you put the bigger number inside and the smaller number on the outside. 4 times what equals that 5? 4 times 8. Very good. Because of that 2. You minus 3. We said that you use this arrow when writing. Now, so you start with 8, then 3 over the 4. That is our answer. Now, we've come to the end of our lesson for today. But just before we wind up, I have a question which I need you to do. Find angle Z. Find angle Z. This is a test. Find angle Z. That is, this is Z, and this one is 60 degrees. That one is 60 degrees. Now, for today, we have come to the end of our lesson, and I'd like us to actually be remembering our formula, that is rooter, and again rooter. And finally, rooter, which means read, understand, think, and answer. Have a nice time.